Located in the Hampton Roads region of Virginia, York County is best known for the Yorktown battlefield, where the British surrendered in 1781 and Alexander Hamilton made a name for himself. Today, about half of York County is owned by the federal government, whether it's the Yorktown Battlefield National Park, the Naval Weapons Station, or Camp Peary. And that, along with development, has had an impact on the amount of agriculture produced here.
As property taxes went up about 25 years ago, most of the commercial ag moved out of York County and moved towards like the James City area. We moved from commercial ag to urban ag, and with urban ag you're going to see more chicken keeping at home, more beekeeping, things of vegetable growing at home.
Indeed, York County has apiaries, or beekeepers, working to improve the local agricultural ecology. Nate Bronner is a master gardener and has been raising honeybees here for the last 7 years.
The honeybee was brought over 400 years ago this year to Jamestown as part of the resupply effort to bring some agriculture over to Jamestown and help them out. The advantage to the honeybee, as opposed to any other pollinator that we have out there, is honeybees are a highly eusocial insect. Now, because of that, they are able to differentiate tasks within their society. They're able to do more things and have a larger colony.
Bronner says he can get 50 pounds out of each container hive if everything goes right, and there are many applications for all that honey besides eating it.
It's a fantastic food. It's antimicrobial, antifungal, it's anti-inflammatory. I share it with family and friends, and there's a small amount that I'll sell to cover the costs of keeping my equipment and keeping the bees.
The Coleman Memorial Bridge carries Route 17 from Gloucester County into York County, and the middle span can move sideways to allow large naval vessels to pass. The county has a total of 40 farms on 914 acres. The market value of all agricultural products is $1,512,000. Nearly all of that is from crops, which bring in $1,135,000. Livestock brings in $377,000. There are a total of 78 agricultural producers in the county. Alan Wubbles and his wife have lived in York County for 40 years, and together they operate Forest Lane Botanicals. They grow perennials, cultivated perennial shrubs, and small trees.
We don't do any advertising, so it's the business that we developed over the years has been almost exclusively word of mouth. We feel that we offer things, an experience that's different than a typical nursery or garden center, and we just love the interaction with other gardeners with whom we share a similar interest.
Wubbles recognizes that the soil isn't ideal for growing, but he's made some interesting finds digging up the ground here.
Our soil here is really a sandy loam. We're only a mile from the York River. Interestingly, when we dug our well here 40 years ago, the sediment that was brought up had lots of shark's teeth and things like that. So it just makes you wonder about the geological history of the area.
But finding the occasional shark's tooth hasn't stopped him from growing some exotic species, including the carnivorous Venus flytrap. At the southern end of the county, Joe Thornton operates Tees, Burrs, and Bees. He moved to the area 30 years ago and keeps chickens, a pheasant, and even a couple of peacocks. He's also a beekeeper and grows a variety of crops, including kale, Florida broadleaf mustard, and other vegetables. He's seen how the county has changed over the years since he first arrived.
I jokingly call it today York City, and I got fortunate enough to find this little slice of heaven in the middle of the city. But in 30 years, it's grown up all around me. When you would see one or two cars in an hour, now you see one or two in a minute or a second. York County has grown. I mean, obviously that's good. Everybody wants to come to York County. But unfortunately, when they come to York County, they seem to want to bring the city with them and want all the amenities that go along with the city.
Even with the changes, Thornton still finds pleasure in growing things.
I absolutely love it. There's nothing, it's hard to compare taking a small plant or a seed and putting it in the ground watching it sprout, grow, develop, and produce some fruit in there. It's hard to compare the feeling and never even adequately describe it, but it makes my day when I can see that ear of corn ready to pick, or those beans ready to pull from the bush, or the blueberries ready to pick.
No matter what changes the future may bring, those involved in agriculture in York County will keep doing what they love for generations to come. In York County, I'm Burke Moeller reporting.